The Queen is said to be very heartbroken as she was unable to fulfill one of Philip's end-of-life aspirations. Today, a source has revealed that Queen Elizabeth would be saddened to see a hymn Prince Philip particularly liked excluded from the funeral service, according to royal commentator revealed. Prince Philip himself said, "Put me in a Land Rover and send me up to Windsor. That's all I want." It is his dream of a very quiet funeral and it will be perhaps very special. The ceremony has been largely scaled down to 30 attendees while the public has been urged to stay at home. Furthermore, it has also affected the accompanying music as the late Duke of Edinburgh, who had close ties with the Navy, would have been greeted off with a naval hymn. So, a royal commentator claiming that it would be very hard for the royal family not to have music to spur them during Prince Philip's funeral. Royal commentator Eve Pollard said, "Apparently Prince Philip was very keen for that naval hymn, for those in peril on the sea." Prince Philip passed away Friday at home at the royal residence in Windsor, according to sources close to the situation. That's the way Prince Philip wanted things. Prince Philip's passing was sudden and unexpected, but his wife of 73 years, Queen Elizabeth, was by his side in his final moments. The Queen is said to have quickly dismissed any suggestions of taking Prince Philip to the hospital, as his health declined rapidly on Thursday night, according to the Daily Mail. He spent most of the 4 weeks he was in hospital trying to get home. They operated on his heart in a bid to give him a little longer, maybe with the 100th birthday in mind. But he didn't really care about that, a royal source told. There is no way he would have wanted to pass away in hospital. The Queen reportedly called her children and at least some of her grandchildren, including Prince William and Prince Harry, personally to relay the sad news on Friday morning before news of Philip's passing was made public. The late royal had only recently returned home after spending 28 days in the hospital, in February and March, undergoing treatment for an infection and pre-existing heart condition, and reportedly wanted to pass away in his own bed and on his own terms. His passing comes as the royal family confronts new challenges, most recently in 2020 Prince Philip's grandson, Prince Harry and Meghan Markle stepped down from their roles as Duke and Duchess of Sussex and moved to the US for parts of the year, where they said they would work to become financially independent. The Duke of Edinburgh's passed away came 12 days before Queen Elizabeth's 95th birthday on the 21st of April, 2 months before what would have been Philip's 100th birthday on the 10th of June and on the 16th anniversary of the marriage of Prince Charles and Camilla. Prince Philip spent 65 years supporting the Queen, retiring from his public role in 2017 and staying largely out of the view since. Queen Elizabeth and Prince Philip's 7-decade-long romance is one for the history books. Philip's relationship with Elizabeth began as a story of young love. The couple exchanged letters while Philip was overseas during the war, only occasionally seeing each other. They would go out driving in Philip's tiny MG sports car, as well as dancing at London nightclubs. The engagement didn't come for a while, in fact 8 years later, after the war. Little did Elizabeth know that in a matter of 5 years, she would ascend to the throne and take her vows as Queen Elizabeth. The pair married in Westminster Abbey on the 20th of November, 1947. With around 2,000 guests in attendance and another 200 million listening to the ceremony on the radio. "We behave as though we had belonged to each other for years," then Princess Elizabeth wrote in a letter to her parents shortly after they married. Over the years, the Queen acknowledged Philip's deep influence on her, calling him her strength and stay in a speech on their 50th wedding anniversary in 1997. "I, and his whole family, and this and many other countries, owe him a debt greater than he would ever claim or we shall ever know," she said at the time. Before the wedding, Prince Philip wrote to Queen Elizabeth, "To have been spared in the war and seen victory, to have been given the chance to rest and to readjust myself, to have fallen in love completely and unreservedly, makes all one's personal and even the world's troubles seem small and petty." Prince Philip renounced his Greek royal title and became a British citizen. Queen Elizabeth's father, King George VI, also gave him a new title, the Duke of Edinburgh. In that role, Prime Philip, who met every post-war US president apart from Donald Trump, sought to portray himself as working tirelessly in support of his wife. In a 2011 interview with the British broadcaster ITV, Prince Philip explained why he gave up an active naval career, being married to the Queen. "It seemed to me, my first duty was to serve her in the best way I could." Even after the couple's children took on official duties in support of the Queen, Prince Philip remained one of the most active royals until his retirement. In November 1972, Queen Elizabeth's silver wedding speech at the Guildhall gave the world a glimpse into their happy and successful marriage. "If I am asked what I think about family life after 25 years of marriage, I can answer with equal simplicity and conviction. I am for it," she said. In June 2002, the Queen praises Prince Philip again. "I take this opportunity to mention the strength I draw from my own family," she said. "The Duke of Edinburgh has made an invaluable contribution to my life over these past 50 years, as he has to so many charities and organizations with which he has been involved." The couple had been married a total of 74 years, with 4 children, 8 grandchildren and 10 great-grandchildren. Side by side they had traveled all over the world, from Australia to America, Africa and India, flying the flag for the Commonwealth headed up by Her Majesty. They've shared total commitment to their duties and service, and they always had each other to lighten the burden of public life with a little bit of laughter. Nothing tickled them more than a ceremonial mishap. In private he called her Lilibet, darling or sausage, and they loved a telly supper together. Under a long-standing plan known as Operation Fourth Bridge, his death ushers in a period of national mourning. The royal family webpage was replaced with a tribute page in black in memory of the prince, who was married to Queen Elizabeth for nearly 74 years. 41 rounds will be fired at 1 round a minute across the United Kingdom, in Gibraltar and on Her Majesty's ships at sea, the Defense Ministry said. However, Philip had insisted that he did not want the fuss of a state funeral at Westminster Hall. The funeral arrangements have been revised in view of the prevailing circumstances arising from pandemic, and it is regretfully requested that members of the public do not attempt to attend or participate in any of the events that make up the funeral, it added in a statement. Buckingham Palace added, "Those wishing to express their condolences are asked to do so in the safest way possible, and not to gather at royal residences." He family also asked the public to make donations to a charity instead of leaving floral tributes. Prime Minister of Britain, Boris Johnson, led tributes to Prince Philip, praising his lifelong support for Queen Elizabeth, and adding that he had earned the affection of generations here in the United Kingdom, across the Commonwealth and around the world. He was the longest serving consort in history and one of the last surviving people in this country to have served in the Second World War, Mr. Johnson said in a statement read in somber tones. Theresa May, Mr. Johnson's predecessor as Prime Minister, reflected on Prince Philip's supporting role. "It must be quite difficult for a male consort. They have to recognize their life as the monarch or head of state. But throughout his life, Prince Philip provided that strength, that rock, that reliable support and played an immensely important role," she said. However, he will be remembered most of all for his extraordinary commitment and devotion to the Queen. Thank you for watching our video. Please support growing channel by subscribe channel and like video hour. And don't forget activate notifications to channel to always get the latest news. If you have any problems with the information in the video, please write a comment below to let us know and answer.